How's it going, Welcome back to the Great North. Welcome to a late summer lawn update. And today we're going to be going around my lawn and we're going to be giving you the top 5 tips of how to keep your lawn green and healthy throughout the summer. So without further ado, let's get into it. For those of you new here, my name is Wade Murray. I'm a lawn care enthusiast. I also worked in the industry and I strive on this channel to help make your lawn the best, healthiest, and greenest on the block. So if that sounds like a good idea to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and leave a comment, share this video with your friends and family so we can keep growing the channel and keep supporting others. So as you can see behind me, today is currently August 6th and my lawn is as green as it can be. Now there's a couple reasons for this. We have had an unusually wet summer. We've had one of the wettest Julys on record for the area I'm in. But the other thing is I've been properly feeding, fertilizing, mowing, and keeping my lawn healthy even through the driest stretches of the summer, which we just passed about 2 weeks of no rain after the long wet sustained periods we had previously. So without further ado, I'm going to give you my 5 secrets of how to keep your lawn green and healthy throughout the summer. Number 1 is the easiest thing you can do to help keep your lawn green and healthy throughout the summer, and that is proper mowing. It seems like a simple thing, but it is not. Making sure that you are always removing 1/3 of the grass blade, no more than that, at once can be challenging, especially if you're trying to keep up with wet and high growth conditions throughout the summer like I have. Now there's quick and simple reasons about why this is important, and let's quickly talk about those now. The best way to mow your lawn in the summer is to take off no more than 1/3 of the grass blade at a time. So every time you come out and mow, you should be taking off no more than 1/3 of the grass blade. If you're taking off more than that, you are cutting off too much of the leaf surface and you're stressing out the lawn. Let me show you what I mean. So I've picked this blade of grass as the blade I'm going to pick for my lawn. Now, as you can see, we have the crown of the plant. That's the point down here. This is basically the brain where all the life is in the plant. Then we have the shoot, and then we have the blades on top. When I'm talking about taking off 1/3 of the grass blade at a time, what I mean is if you take here and you rip off this blade and you split this into thirds, that means that on that blade, which was just cut yesterday at 3 3/4 inches, you should only be taking off about 1 inch of the grass at once. Anything more than that and you're stressing out the lawn. The first thing is clippings. As you can see, clippings accumulate on the lawn when you cut your lawn, when you're taking off more than 1/3. And when these clippings lie on top of the grass like this, they will smother the grass underneath and they will cause overall thinning or brown spots in the lawn. As you can see, it adds to that thatch layer down below. We have some thatch down in here from the mowing in the spring, and this can cause overall thinning of the lawn, which can lead to an undesirable gray/brown cast of the lawn over time. Number 2 is your lawn puts a lot of carbohydrates and energy into the shoots. That's what we see above the soil. And if you keep letting those shoots grow way up and then you come and hack them down, the lawn's going to keep focusing energy into the shoots because it says, you just cut all my leaf surface off, I got to grow more so I can have more leaf surface to take in more sunlight, do more photosynthesis. So if you keep slowly training your lawn to grow to a certain height, more of that energy will be focused into the root growth, the stuff below the soil, and this is going to make your lawn more healthy and more sustainable to times of stress like the heat of the summer and the long dry periods in the winter. This is why mowing your lawn is so important in the summer. Summer is already a period of stress, and if you're not mowing your lawn properly, you're allowing your lawn to experience more stress than it doesn't need to experience. So that's why mowing your lawn is very important in the summer. The second way that you can have a healthy and green lawn throughout the summer is water, water, water. Water is the most important thing to sustaining life. Even with us, sustaining life is necessary with water. But your lawn has 2 needs for water in the summer, and let's quickly talk about those. So the first need your lawn has for water in the summer is obviously growth. It needs water to live and survive. And in those hot, sustained periods when it hasn't rained for weeks on end, your lawn is going to need water to help sustain itself. The second thing your lawn needs water for is transpiration. Just like you and me, your lawn transpires when it is wet outside, and it needs water to allow it to transpire. If it is dry and it cannot sweat when it's wet outside, then it may succumb to heat and die off over time. Sustaining that crown with as much water as possible in the summer is important to the success and to have a healthy green lawn behind me. If you're not looking for a healthy green lawn this summer, water is still important to keep your lawn alive and make sure that your lawn is going to come back healthy and green in the fall. Even if you have a long dry period, adding a little bit of water here and there can help make sure that your lawn is going to live throughout those long dry periods in the summer. So you may ask, how much water should I be putting down? There's a couple things that affect this. Number one is the dew point. The humidity in the air, the moisture in the air will affect the amount of water your lawn needs. For example, the last 2 weeks, we had daytime highs 38, 39 with 40 to 50% humidity. This means that there's 40 or 50% of the air is moisture, and that moisture is sitting along the soil and causing the soil to not lose as much moisture as it would if it was 40 or 50 degrees with 9 or 6% humidity, like it would be in some of the desert states in the US. So this is kind of the difference between hot and humid and hot and not humid. So for example, in this hot heat last week, my lawn stayed nice and green and healthy, and that's because it was able to transpire because there was lots of moisture in the air. Yes, it was dense and muggy, but it was more of a breeding ground for disease than for heat stress. Now in those early May heat waves that we have where it's just hot and dry, that is normally where you may see your lawn checking out quickly, and that is because there is no moisture in the air to keep the moisture in the lawn. So the amount of humidity in the air is going to affect how much water you're putting down, as well as the dew point. The dew point is the temperature as which dew will form on the ground. So if your dew point, if your overnight temperatures are dropping below your current dew point, then you will be forming dew overnight, and dew, just like rainfall, it is moisture. It will help keep your lawn green and healthy. So watching your dew point and your humidity level, but as a general rule of thumb, you should be adding 1 inch to 1.5 inches of water every week. And if you're not receiving that in natural rainfall, you should be adding that into the lawn. Now, if it is a hot, sustained period, you may need to add more water into the lawn. Not as hot, less water into the lawn. As well as this cool off periods. As we talked about before, the lawn transpires just like you and me. And in order to help the lawn through that transpiring period, on those really, really hot days, those really hot and dry days, it might help to run your sprinkler system for about 10 minutes in each zone, just to help the lawn cool off at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, just after you've reached that hottest portion of the day. Help the lawn cool off and recover a little bit from those really, really hot heat stresses. Number 3, this is a very easy one. We're going to be talking about traffic. Lots of people have big summer parties in the summertime, friends and family over to enjoy the lawn. However, when your lawn is suffering from that heat stress, your lawn's starting to dry out, not being able to recover from the amount of heat we've had, a lot of traffic on the lawn can be detrimental to its life throughout the summer. So if there are areas that are suffering from heat stress, if you can avoid having heavy traffic on those areas during the hottest portions of the year, that will help your lawn survive into the fall. So focusing the traffic in certain areas, if possible, may be your best success to helping your lawn survive throughout the summer. Number 4 we're going to be talking about is fertilizer. That's right, fertilizer in the summer. Lots of people have told you to stay away from it. The Scott's program does not recommend it. However, we're going to be talking about spoon feeding fertilizer. This back lawn is fertilized under my GrowForge liquid fertilizer program. It has gotten spoon-fed doses of nitrogen throughout the entire summer. This helps keep the lawn nice and green and healthy. It actually just got fertilized yesterday, and it just rained this morning, so that's why it looks so green right now. Help keeps the lawn nice, green, and healthy and growing vigorously even through the summer months. Now, if you are not going to irrigate, do not fertilize your lawn throughout the summer. Fertilizing at a time of stress can cause other problems, but if you are irrigating like I am and you're giving these little small spoon-fed doses of fertilizer, this is going to help keep your lawn from going that like lime green color that we all get in the summer. When the lawn has been growing too much in the spring, it's used all the energy it has in the soil, and now it's kind of gone lime green. There's no more nutrients left, and according to the SOTS program, we're not supposed to put down fertilizer again until September. So this is the best way to keep the lawn green and healthy throughout the summer. Spoon feed that fertilizer if you can. Check out GrowForge products at the link in the description down below, and you can get these results on your lawn. And number 5 finally is fungicide. Now, I know this is something from a Canadian lawn care guy that you're maybe not used to hearing, but as I said, we get a lot of humidity here. We're stationed between the 5 Great Lakes, and they help trap that humid air and hold it over our area for a very long time. And lots of humidity breeds disease. Moisture sitting on the lawn overnight is something that you want to avoid in the summertime to help prevent. Now obviously if you have to water at night, because that's the only time you can do it, watering at night is better than not watering at all. But if you can try to avoid watering at night, then you can help avoid the spread of disease or the spawn of disease spores in your lawn. Keeping those mower blades nice and sharp can help avoid the entering of disease spores into your lawn. You know, keeping an eye out for any disease spores you may see. If you have areas that have poor ventilation, maybe setting out a nice fan on the lawn to help keep the air moving in those areas. Disease can become a larger problem in the summertime than drought stress, depending on the year. Like this year, we have not had a lot of drought stress until about a week ago, but I've been fighting disease all year because of how moist it has been. It's been so damp and been so humid and we've got not a lot of sun, that there is just, the moisture is just sitting in the lawn and it's hot and it's hard to get that disease at bay. So disease can cause some severe long-lasting damage in your lawn, and keeping an eye on it in the summertime will be very important to your success with your lawn in the summer. If you do see any disease popping up, if you do have fungicides in your area, then you can go ahead, get them, put them down. There are some home remedies you can do for some disease, but the biggest thing with disease is normally to try to let it grow out, monitor it, try to make sure that you're cleaning your equipment between every mow so you're not spreading the disease around the lawn. Let it run its course, and then you can go ahead and deal with some repairs and after the disease has subsided. Think about the main effects disease. What is causing it? Are you causing it with watering overnight, or is it natural weather phenomena? Is there anything you can do helping those areas dry out, removing some of the thatch layer to help keep the moisture away from the crown of the plant? These are things that you can do to help prevent disease from manifesting itself inside your lawn. So without further ado, that's it for those 5 lawn tips to help have the best lawn on the block in the summer. From the Great Green North, my name is Wade Murray. As always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And